food for thought. You know what? I thought about Fridays. I think what we need to do is we really need to think about our week in review. What has happened? What have we learned? What have we brought back with us from the long, incredible week of work? And the other thing is, I think it's time for us to kind of relax and have fun. I'm usually business all the time, but you know what? I want to take Fridays and just relax, have fun, talk about what's gone on, what crazy things have gone on. So the first thing I want to talk about is, when is a discount really a discount? You know, I had an experience today and I posted it on Facebook and people are commenting and sharing and talking about it. And I just wanted to bring this up in the Hangout because I think it's really important that we understand. Now I go into Savon, which I love this store. It's a fabulous store. I always get some wonderful things there. And I'm walking around and walking around. I realize my hands are dry. I'm in Minnesota. You know what that's like. So I put some tester on, and then I'm over at the 50% off. It's a big sign that says 50% off, and it's a little table, and there's a bunch of stuff stacked on it. And I see this hand cream, and I try the hand cream, and I say, oh, I like the hand cream. I figure, wow, it's 50% off. How can you go wrong, right? So here's the nice little hand cream, all right? Beautiful little box, really nicely packaged. It's organic, 50% off. Okay, so how much could it be? I didn't even, you can't tell anyway. It's not, you know, look at that. You can't tell how much it is. So I take it over to the register, and I put it down, and the cashier says to me, oh, she said, that's great. That's 30% off. I said, 30% off? I point over there. I said, well, it's on that 50% off table. She said, oh, yeah, it's on that table because there were only 2 left, but it's 30% off. Yeah, but over there it says 50% off and everything on that table's 50% off. And she says to me, well, she said, she just put it there because there were only 2 left, so it's 30% off. So instead of paying $9 for my hand cream, which is not that cheap, I ended up paying, all right, here's my receipt, $13.52. So 50%, it wasn't, it was 30. So now what people are saying is that I should have gotten this for 50% off, which I absolutely agree. But what can I tell you? What am I going to do? I wanted the hand cream. I have it. It's $3 more. What am I going to do? You know, but sometimes I think it's important that, and today I wasn't in the mood to stand up, but sometimes it's important, I think, that we stand up and we say, it's 50% off and I really want it for 50% off. But today I wasn't in the mood. I was happy. I just had lunch with a friend. I had a great time. I didn't want to, create any commotion in the Mall of America. I already have enough stuff going on. But I just want to say we need to be aware. And the way things are now with no writing on the bottom, no price, nothing. They say it's 30. What am I going to do? You got to stand up for your rights, I guess. I don't know. The other thing I want to talk about is everybody, no matter what position they're in, no matter what job they're in, no matter what company they're employed by, need to think like an entrepreneur. And the reason why is it seems to me like if you have a job, a regular job, and you're over 50 in the United States, chances are you're going to have to be an entrepreneur pretty soon. Your days are numbered. More and more, I'm hearing that people are being forced out. And recently, I heard of a story I think is tragic. A person who worked for a company for 24 and a half years and was laid off 6 months before retirement with no retirement benefits. So, I mean, it's happening all around us. It really is. I think that no matter what job you're in, no matter which company, no matter what, you really need to think like an entrepreneur. And it's very interesting because a lot of these companies are then contracting entrepreneurs because they want and they need that entrepreneurial spirit. So while it was tragic for this person, I feel terrible. I felt terrible when I heard the story. I really think it's important that we look at things in a way that we just need to keep up and keep, thinking about this. Okay, our job, this job today might not be tomorrow. And it definitely won't be in a few years when we turn 53, 54, because the closer we get to retirement age, the more our name comes to the top of the list. So I hope that people really start thinking more like entrepreneurs, maybe think about their business on the side. Or I wasn't going to talk about business. I don't know why I'm talking about business. Maybe because it's like too much, too fresh in my mind, and I really want people to think about what they're going to do. Really, and everybody is expendable. So it's really important. And even if they have to hire 3 people to do your job, they're going to hire 3 people at much less of a salary. And then it looks better because instead of them making whatever you're making, now they consider that they've made it better because they have somebody at a quarter of your cost. But when you think about it, it doesn't make sense to me. Either doesn't make sense to you, but to them it makes sense, and they're the ones in charge. So I recommend that you think like an entrepreneur. The other thing I was thinking of is, I just want to say, it becomes clearer and clearer that people are watching. They are watching. They're watching you. And you might not know that they're watching you. You're sending your messages out there. Maybe you're doing, videos or, Google Hangouts, whatever. You could be, I'm doing a TV show. I really take comfort in thinking people aren't really watching. I'm just kind of doing this, sending it out. But the reality is people are watching. A few years ago, I was posting a lot of blogs, and I had somebody come in to meet with me. And it was really interesting because he started quoting my blogs. And I was like, that's interesting that somebody's quoting my blogs back to me. I found that really fascinating. Because I really didn't think anybody was paying that much attention. I hardly got any comments, people weren't subscribing. But obviously, people are looking, they're watching, they're reading, they're tracking. They're very silently doing it. So you don't always know what people, that they're paying attention. But rest assured, they are. So as you're sending these messages out there and delivering content and getting, delivering your ideas, sending those ideas out, you're thinking you're sending them into the abyss. The reality is you're not. People are paying attention. So it's important to know that as you're putting that information out there, that information has to be, reflect you and your brand well. Can't be some crazy thing like sometimes I do some pretty off the wall things. But anyway, I guess that's part of my brand, to be a little bit irreverent and different. And this is really important. I love flowers. I really do. And Friday, I like to go and I like to pick up a little bunch of flowers for the weekend for the house. But what I want to tell you is, do not bother in the springtime to go to Trader Joe's if you want vibrant, dynamic, exciting colors of tulips. Because if you go there at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to find white, pale yellow, nothing of color. Everybody that's there first, I guess they got all the beautiful flowers. But my suggestion is, if you're looking for great looking, vibrant, exciting, dynamic, beautiful tulips, go early, because the other people are there before you and they leave you. If you love white tulips, perfect. It's great. There's a whole bunch to choose from. Or if you like pale yellow that almost looks white, you can have your pick. There were at least 30 bunches. And then there was one very, very, very pale pink and 2 or 3 pale yellow. And that was it. nothing else. So, and I've noticed the later in the day, like sometimes I hit it like 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, there's still some color, not too much. But if you go there early in the day, that's when you can get the best tulips. So I'm just letting you know. Sometimes the other ones, they don't look so, it's not they don't look fresh. They look a little bit beaten up, like they've been roughed up in the ring with Tyson, you know. So I guess the early bird does always get the worm. Oh, speaking of that, look at this strawberry. Can you believe the size of this strawberry? I couldn't believe it. I was amazed at the size of that strawberry. So, and I got that today, same time. So I guess you don't have to get there real early to get big strawberries. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say. Another thing, just to let you know, the person behind the counter, I guess because she felt a little bit bad that she was overcharging me, did give me 4 little samples of soaps. And I think they only usually give like 1 or 2, but she gave me 4 instead of giving me my discount or the discount that I should have gotten. So that's kind of what I know for sure this week. Oh, another thing that's really interesting that happened. One of my clients or person that I worked with before in Canada sent me a picture of one of my clients' books, and she's down in Costa Rica. Her name is Miriam Laundry. You may see it online. And she's down in Costa Rica. And what do you think she posted? She posted a picture of Tom Corley's Rich Habits, the book. I was like, look at that. Oh, here it is, right here. This is what she posted online. You know how she has this? Her husband brought this with him for reading while on vacation. She said, I know that guy. I know the whole deal. So there they are. He opens up his suitcase and there's Rich Habits down in Costa Rica with him on vacation. I mean, it is a small world, isn't it? This is amazing. So what I did, automatically, being the marketer I am, I recommended that she pick up Rich Kids, which is a fabulous book, which would be great for her because she has 4 little ones. They're adorable. And here it is. So you never know when somebody's going to be telling you some marketing, telling you something, coming across your product, coming across, coming up with your service. You never know. I mean, I had lunch today. I thought I was going to go have lunch with a friend and hang out, and it turned into a business meeting. I didn't even realize it. I had no idea. So that's why you always have to be paying attention. You always have to be on, ready at any given moment to get in there and, pitch for your company. And it was really interesting. When I walked up, he was standing there talking to somebody else. I walked up and right away, he's like, oh, how you doing? What's going on? We're just talking about, you when you presented and this and that. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then he's like, do you have any ideas? And I said, oh, I always have ideas. And there I am, pitching my ideas. And amazingly, the first idea I pitched, they liked, which is good, So you always got to be ready to pitch. You always got to be ready with that next idea. So this week has been an amazing week. I got so much accomplished. I'm sure you got so much accomplished too. I'd love to hear about, why don't you share your food for thought this week? Why don't you tell me? Contact me on Facebook. Give me tell me what's going on. Tell me what happened. What'd you learn this week? When I look at it, I'm listening to, Success Magazine and this CD, and I'm doing the show, and I'm learning from people on the show, and just taking in all this information, learning about the Google Hangouts. And there's so much information that I'm taking in each week. I want to share it with you. But the other thing is, I'd love you to share with me the information you're getting. Feel free to post on my Facebook. Also, what would make me really happy? If you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, contact me via LinkedIn. I really want to develop a closer relationship with those people out there, with you. other business owners, entrepreneurs, even people that are miraculously enough still in corporations, who haven't been, I mean, I don't want to sound so negative. I don't really want to be negative, but it's just kind of scary that, back in the day, you'd have a job for a really long time. Maybe you'd have 3 or 4 jobs in your life. And now if you're with a company for more than a few years, it's almost like, especially in the television and the entertainment industry, in, television production, it's like 6 months is a lifetime. So we really have to be always looking for our next gig, always looking for the next thing, always looking to get our message out there and new clients and, and relationships. I mean, the way that it's very interesting because the way that the world is working anymore, not as much on money, not as much on, time in a company, time spent, not as really, it's about relationships. The more relationships we have, the stronger relationships we have, the better it is. And we really need to look at the relationships, and not just the relationships we have, the relationships we need, those we want to develop, and use our time wisely. And now with the internet and all the electronics, we don't have to be concerned about physical location. The world has become, just like Columbus said, or just like they said before Columbus, flat. It's flat again. So, we can contact anybody anywhere around the world and develop a relationship and, build from that relationship. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. I really want to hear your comments. I really want to know what you're thinking about this. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. As I said, that would make me very happy. And, get in touch. So thanks so much. Have a good one. Enjoy. Take care. Bye-bye now.